Hare Krishna, good evening, warm welcome to all of you to the Gita, systematic study of Gita, Gita Amrutam Rasmalayam session. We are on chapter 8, Akshara Brahma Yoga, Attaining the Supreme. Before we actually get into the discussion, I thought I must share an important aspect. I was sharing this with someone in the recent discussions on reflection. In Gita, in the 18th chapter, Krishna says, there are three kinds of people whom he loves the most. One is who reads Gita, second, one who listens to Gita, and third, one who preaches Gita. So, the importance attached to listening to scriptures is phenomenal. So, whenever you get an opportunity of hearing Gita or Bhagavatam or any other scripture live, never miss the opportunity. I thought I must share this highlight before we begin the class. With that, we move to next slide. Here it is. I offer obeisances to my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He was a fatherly figure, and with his blessings, his encouragement, we are today in this session where I will be sharing a few thoughts on the Gita 8.17 to 8.22, 6 verses. And my Shiksha Guru, His Grace Gaurilas Prabhuji. We start with the Sri Guru Pranam mantra. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. We all love Goloka Vrindavan. And Krishna, in this class today, openly shares why we must all go back to Goloka. And we have boarded the Goloka Express. We are very keen students. And today we are on 8th chapter, as I mentioned, and we are going to the section which we are going to cover today is fix your mind in Krishna, rise beyond the temporary world, and attain the eternal reality. I'm sure you all have gone through the quiz and you will understand there are questions on, what happens when Brahma goes to sleep. It is trying to tell you, give you an awareness that what is Krishna trying to give us as a message. We will see this going forward in detail. What is the acronym of this chapter? Dead. Sounds very frightening. Why is Krishna calling this chapter dead? Because he says, if you do not die or you are not dead for the material world, you will not be born for the spiritual world. So that's one way of interpreting it. So firstly, we have completed doubts. The mind seeks clarity. None of us know what we are up against. Why is this illusion so strong? E, end of life. All of us know that's only one thing which is certain, that is death. We don't know when, but are we really preparing ourselves for death? And this is a chapter where Krishna tells, Antakale chamami. Whatever you think at the time of death, that is what you're going to get in your next life. So why don't we start practicing that we must say that two words, Krishna, before we breathe our last. A, attaining the supreme. Saying those two words will take us away back to Goloka. And D is devotion. So even though the acronym sounds very frightful, it is not frightful. It is quite very, very logical, rational, giving us the awareness of what we should be doing in our lifetimes. Having got the most important body as a human being, as a Jivatma. As is our tradition for the few last classes, we will go through the blog which tries to bring the divine experience as we are living, as we are sitting in this class. And to make a change, this is the blog which has not only happened to me and my wife, Ramesh was also part of this team. If you remember, and we have mentioned Ramesh very clearly. Now, I will invite Ramesh to come and share his experience in a few words. It is, if you have faith on the Lord is always with you. You don't have to only study Gita. As long as you have faith and depend on the Lord. So this is a case where we walked into an yatra without doing our homework, and it was only because of the Lord's blessings we could come out surviving. Ramesha, over to you. Take your time and share your thoughts on this blog.
Hare Krishna, Ramesh here.
Hare
I'm
Krishna.
a friend of Shyam Sundar. I know him since the last 30 years or so. But what happened in the our trip is I cannot explain in words very nicely. But to put it in brief, I was not a part of this journey at all. He was talking to me one day over phone, and he explained to me that he and Sneha wanted to cover this 52-kilometer trek on foot. So just impulsively, I said I will join them from Bangalore. They came from Bombay. I was there in Ahobala waiting for them. First 2 days, it was wonderful. There was no problem. We enjoyed the trip. Even the difficult task of Pavana Narasimha actually was manageable the first way. The return journey was unbelievable. The extreme heat, no water, no food, no mobile connectivity, and the dense forest with 45 degrees centigrade heat, it created a life-threatening situation. Sneha Mataji became completely exhausted and could not walk further. Then the real test of faith and courage is what I saw in Shama and Sneha. Uh, with no one around to help, Shama had to take the difficult decision to leave Sneha in my care deep in the forest, and he had to walk alone to the base in search of water and assistance. For 2 hours, we waited in the middle of the forest, no certainty uh, as to what would happen next. But in here, despite her conditions, what I noticed about Sneha was that she was completely exhausted, but still continued to remember Lord Jagannatha. Uh, she was, remembering Jagu, Jagannatha. I don't know. I was just a witness to all these things. I was in a trance, basically, with no fear, no panic. But I was just in a trance because I could not do anything further. There was no chance that I could anything. I could see no living being around. Then eventually Shama came back after 2 hours with fluids and palanquin. I don't know how we climbed down to 800 steps and climbed up again. Third time he had to climb down again. In spite of his health conditions, I don't know how we managed. He was chanting Hare Krishna all the time. The ISKCON bag was there always. So I was only a witness. The only thing I wonder here is I was arranged by Lord to be present there because I don't know what would have happened if Shama had to trek along with Sneha and whether he would leave her alone in the forest and go to get help. So this is my part. I was just a witness to Shama's courage and Sneha's faith. That's all I can say about this Avala Yatra. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you all of you. Dandava Pranam. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramesha. Thank you very much. You took us back to our villa. And I will share another 2 minutes on this blog because it is not just about the experience. It is about miracle. That's why we have called it the miracle of Lord Narasimha at our. Now, see, with the scorching heat, the helplessness, and the task was beyond our strength. We were completely exhausted. Climbing 800 steps twice means you have climbed 80 floors in the span of a few hours. And I have got down 80 floors. And I can't imagine from where I got that energy. It is a miracle. He is closer than our fears and stronger than our obstacles. This is what is faith all about. None of the three were in a panic mode. We maintained our calm. I maintained chanting. I said, if I have to come out of this situation, there's only one way, and that is Lord Narasimha, and he will help us. And I remember this saying from Albert Einstein. He says, there are only two ways to live life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. You are an atheist, You feel everything is done only because of you. The other, which even Albert Einstein used to believe, says, as though everything is a miracle. Every breath of ours is a miracle. That is divinity. That is faith. That is protection. So now I did not have the strength as reserve, but I don't know from where it came. I was able to manage it physically without collapsing. So when we depend on Lord, He becomes our strength in ways we never expect. From where that energy came, only Lord Narasimha knows. He's, and I want to end this by quoting this. Please make a note of this. Lord is always closer than our fears. We fear unnecessarily. Oh, what will happen? How will I save Sneha? None of those dramatic moments we experienced, all the three of us, Sneha was suffering, Ramesha was shocked, he didn't know what to do, and I had to carry the burden of trying to rescue the situation, come what may. So, stronger, closer than our fears and stronger than our obstacles. That is Lord. That is miracle. So with this, and this nicely fits into what Krishna is saying, please come out of this illusion of this material world. And this blog has now prepared your heart, warmed your heart, and now with that, we go forward to read the verses. So we have gone through the quiz. It is titled The Journey Beyond. Because most of us don't have this knowledge. We don't have this intelligence. What is the cosmic timeline? What is the lifespan of Brahma? What are these huge universes around us? What is going to happen to them? Unless and until we study the verses in Gita, we will not have an idea. So the teaser quiz just gave you a taste, a flavor to awaken your curiosity. When now, this is one question which I found almost 25% of the people who attempted got it wrong. So I thought, let me quickly brush this. When Brahma goes to sleep, what happens? The answer for this is C. Manifest becomes unmanifest. So now hold your thoughts. What is this manifest and what is this unmanifest? We all are aware of creation and destruction, but Krishna is bringing in a new concept. He says, we are manifest and we are unmanifest. So it now you may be wondering, how can there be something called manifest and unmanifest? Now, if you see a human being, you, me, we all have a body which is manifest. We have a spiritual soul which is unseen, hidden. As long as it is manifest in the body, unseen to us, we live our life. The moment it becomes unmanifest, it leaves our body, this role comes to an end. So there is something beyond creation and destruction. The soul, when it leaves the body, does not destroy the body. The body is as it is. Nothing changes except that it does not have life. So these are the two new words, the new concepts we will study going forward in the class today. Now, we all are aware of material world intelligence. We are excellent. And I'll share an example to show you how much of due diligence we do when it comes to material pursuit. We are very worried about our acquiring things, our security, our savings, our career, our relationships, and we apply our material intelligence beautifully. Now, this is an ad which I'm sure most of you can connect. It's a house for sale. The moment all of us have this need to have our own dwelling, feel safe, feel secure. And what is the intelligence, due diligence we apply? We look at the location. We look at the price. We look at the easy loan availability. We see whether the EMI is affordable by us or not. Whether the maintenance per month is affordable or not. All the due diligence we have applied for this pursuit of buying a house. But Krishna says, please remember, and what is going to share in the few verses coming now is mind blowing. He says, everything that is created in this world has an expiry date. This entire universe has an expiry date. Oh dear Jivatmas, please understand that. Don't pursue this, however intelligent you are, whatever may be your effort to find the best property for yourself, it is not going to last. It is temporary. It has to destroy itself. So then he says, I'm also now going, don't be alarmed. Oh, well, then are we going to be left adrift? We don't know what to do. No, Krishna says, he paints a lovely picture. He says, now what I want you all to do is go to the chat box and just type yes if you think that yes, we are applying all our intelligence only for material pursuits. Or if you feel no, then you can say type no, that I don't believe in this. I am a completely spiritual student. I apply the same intelligence for spiritual pursuit. Let me give a minute and see how many of you have said. So Abhijit says yes. I see Saptadeep saying yes. Anyone else? What comes to your mind? There's nothing like, you have to think so much. Janvi says yes. Ramesh says yes. Thank you very much. So I just wanted to make this interactive. So we all are aware that, yes, we apply our intelligence to material things and do it very thoroughly. Now, if I were to tell you that there is an ad which is what Gita's intelligence is telling you, and Krishna's invitation is in front of us, where he says, please come to this eternal city, Param Dhama. There is no maintenance. And he says, you will have no health problems, limitless bliss, no birth, no death, no old age. What more do you want? 100% security, no theft, no fear, no loss. And that is the property which lasts forever in is Paramdham. That is why we have tried, we have said we have boarded the Goloka Express. So Krishna's invitation for all is front of us. He says, please understand, whichever loka you go to, there are 14 lokas in this universe. Any loka, including Brahmaloka, you have to come back again and face life and death. Only if you step above these can you go to Goloka. So that is an open invitation from Gita, from Krishna, through Gita, and let's follow his words of advice. What are we going to study today? Broadly, from temporary to the eternal. That is the journey. Wherever you are, unless and until you are able to move away from this material creation, you will not reach the eternal. And Krishna is saying what you should do to obtain him. What did we do when we were facing a problem in Ahobina? Just keep this in mind. It happened to us, it could happen to all of you or any of us at any point in time. There's only one solution: believe in the Lord. Have faith, and He will pull you out, whatever be the challenge. It may look, oh, well, is it really true? Then, if you don't have faith, 100%, you are not going to, the Lord is not going to be with you. If you believe in Him fully. Whatever happens, happens to your good. Quick recap. What happened in the last verse of the last class? We ended at 8.16, which says, Abrahma bhuvana lokaha punar avartino arjuna mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. Rebirth is in all planets except Krishna's abode. Write this down. Translation. From the highest planet in the material world, I will show you, that is Brahmaloka, to the lowest, Patala, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. So he's saying, Mam upetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. So this is the foundation verse for our class today. The first two lines are described in 17 to 19. What is Brahma? What is Bhunal? We will see. And what is the essence? Whichever loka you go, punaravartino Arjuna, you must come back. You must enter the cycle of birth and death again and again. Last two lines, which is verses 20 to 22. Mam upetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. And that is what we as students of Gita want to achieve. So two paths. Choice is yours. Krishna doesn't force. It's not 10 commandments. It is your choice. In material world, highest destination is Brahmaloka. Do whatever you want, you can go to Brahmaloka. After achieving this with such a lot of efforts, is it eternal? The question is no. Then what do you do? Struggle, strive, work, listen, try to apply all the learnings that Krishna gives us in Gita. Achieve Krishna's abode, eternal freedom from samsara. If we are intelligent, we move from material efforts to spiritual. Every ritual should become spiritual. These are the 14 planetary systems. Brahma Lokaha. Brahma Loka is Brahma Loka. It's also known as Satya Loka. That's the topmost Loka. Even if you go there, Krishna says you must come down into this material creation of birth and death. Bhuvanal refers to the seven lower planets up to Patala. Even if you are born, if you go to Brahmaloka or you go to Bhunaloka, you have to come back again. Punaravriti, Arjuna. There's only one bottom line. You have to return again and again. Now, we have a phenomenal attraction to Brahmaloka. We say that I will show you why we have that attraction as we go through the verses. Brahma has a lifespan which is unimaginably long. Even then, he is not eternal. He is also temporary. He says, there is only one abode in this entire creation where you can come and become eternal with me. That is, Mam Upetya Kaunteya. You must attain Krishna. One single formula. No confusion. Punarjanmana vidyate. One never takes birth again. But if we are smart, all these 75 minutes that we're going to spend today is worth its weight in gold because Krishna is telling us what is that we should be focusing on. Let's start the first verse. Very interesting, phenomenal mathematic details are shared here. Don't get, don't bother too much of the details. What is important is to understand the infinite cosmic timeline. The verse goes like this. Sahasra yuga paryantam aharyad brahmano viduhu ratrim yuga sahasrantam te ratra vidu janaha. The immortal is not eternal. Let's look at the span of Brahma's one day. We had covered this in the second chapter, if you remember. If not, we will refresh. So the translation says, by human calculation, I have 1,000 ages taken together, Sahasra Yuga, together, 1,000 years taken together, form the duration of Brahma's one day. So this is Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aharyad Brahmano Viduhu. And such also is the duration of his night. Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Teho Ratra Vido Janaha. One who knows this will be applying his intelligence carefully. Where should I focus? Is it worth working for Krishna through devotional service? Or is it worth working in this material world come back again and again? That is the choice we must make, and that is the effort we must invest. So the scale of the cosmic day and night of Brahma is so vast that none of our calculators will even take us close to that. The day of Brahma, the entire creation happens. And the night of Brahma, the entire creation is destroyed. Brahma's day is called one kalpa. Let's look at the verse. What is Sahasra Yuga Paryantam? So Sahasra means 1,000. So the duration of Brahma's lifespan is 1,000 yugas. Aharyat Brahmano Vidhu constitutes a day of Brahma. So imagine his one day is so long. What is his total lifespan? Now let's go through this. We have four yugas: Kali Yuga, Dwapara, Treta, Satya. And I have shown you this for mathematical students. It's quite easy to recognize. The span of Kali Yuga multiplied by 2 is the span of Dwapara. The span of Kali Yuga multiplied by 3 is Treta. It's very simple. You don't have to remember. You remember Kali Yuga, you can guess the span of all the other Yuga. Satya is 4 times. So if you multiply 4,32,004 times, and add all this, it becomes one Chatur Yuga. That is 4 crores 320,000 years. Now Krishna is saying it is not just one day. This is the divine age cycle. So what is a Mahayuga? We have understood. What is a Chatur Yuga? We have understood. 4 yugas put together is one Mahayuga, one Chatur Yuga. Now Krishna is also defining that the duration of 1,000 yugas. Multiply by this 1,000, you will get 4.32 billion human years. That is the span of Brahma's one day. Go further. He is also saying Ratri Yuga Sahasrantam. He is going to live for equally long span in the night. 1,000 years of creation, 1,000 years of destruction. One day and night of Brahma totals 8.64 billion human years. Can you just imagine? Let's go further. It doesn't end here. We have still not reached the lifespan of Brahma. One Brahma year, he lives for 360 days. So if you multiply one day or night of Brahma by that is 8.64 billion years into 360, you get a number, a figure which you will even struggle to pronounce. It is 3.11 trillion human years. Just listen to this. It is very difficult to register. And what happened? Why is it not moving? The span of Brahma is 100 years. So if you multiply 3.11 by into 100, you get 311 trillion years. To be precise, 311 trillion 40 billion years. Just imagine how vast is the lifespan of Brahma. So why is Krishna telling us all these things? He says, why we call him the Supreme Lord? Please understand what is his capability. Through Brahma, he creates this, and Brahma has such a long lifespan. In spite of that, the message that Krishna is giving by giving us this fantastic mathematics details is Brahma's life is finite. Whenever you hear anything, you must go to the essence. The essence is Brahma's life is long, Brahma's life is infinite, but it is finite. Looks infinite, but it is still going to end one day. Time in material creation is extremely vast. We all agree after these numbers. Why is an intelligent seek beyond time, eternal supreme? So whenever you face challenges, whenever you face setbacks, none of us have a life which is completely filled with joy and pride. We always stumble, we always fail, we know we have to get up, we have to run again. Whenever this happens, remember, as we did in Ahobila, have faith in the Lord. Do not worry about the challenges because it may sound unique and difficult for us at that point in time, but that also will pass. He ends by saying, Teho Ratra Vido Janaha. Please understand, only if we read Gita can we understand the lifespan of Brahma. It looks phenomenally huge, but still it is temporary. Why are we students of devotion? Because we have understood we are in this camp. Teho Ratra Vido Janaha, Vido Janaha. We are the people who have this intelligence as to how long, how far, huge is the lifespan of Brahma, but even then it is finite. Let's go to the second verse. Avyaktad vyaktaya sarvaha prabhavanti ahar agame ratri agame praliyante tatraiva avyakta samjnake. Manifest and unmanifest states of the material world. So now Krishna is giving us another new concept to understand. Apart from creation and destruction, there is something called manifest and unmanifest. What is that we will see? And how it happens. That is the essential understanding. At the beginning of the Brahma's day, all living entities become manifest. So the first understanding is Brahma's day is creation of universe, creation of humanity. All life kinds are born in that day. So how are they born? They are they become manifest from the unmanifest state. So please understand, at the end of the day, there is no destruction happening. It is just at the beginning of the day, all the life forms manifest themselves. At the end of the day, when the night begins, we unmanifest ourselves. And thereafter, when the night falls, they are merged into the unmanifest again. So this is manifest and this is unmanifested. When it is happening? During the day and one night of Brahma. This is how it looks. This is Brahma's day. Brahma starts the creation, unmanifest to manifest. All the universes start forming. All the different 8.4 million species of life are born. At the end of the day, Brahma presses the reset button and all the creation becomes unmanifest. Please understand, it is not creation and destruction, it is manifest and unmanifest. You go, is how do you understand manifest and unmanifest? We have this laptop. I finish this class, I close the laptop. There is this presentation. The presentation is there in my laptop, but the presentation is not manifest. The moment I press the power button, I go into, and the computer starts, I have this presentation back again. So it is manifest. So manifest, unmanifest. When I switch off, it's unmanifested. When I switch on, it is manifested. So the same thing happens at the beginning of Brahma's day and at the end of Brahma's night, or at the beginning of Brahma's night. This is the essence of this world verse, and this is how the cosmic clock ticks. Like we have 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night, same thing. Huge like time span, it's cosmic time span. Brahma has his day and Brahma has his night. Avyakta vyaktaya sarvaha. From the unmanifest state, all beings become manifest. As I open the laptop, as I press the power button, my presentation becomes manifest. So before it was unmanifest, when I open, it becomes manifest. Same thing. When the day starts, we all manifest. When the day closes, we all unmanifest. Prabhavanti ahar arne. This is happening at the beginning of the Brahma's day. This is the essence of learning. We are not talking about creation and destruction. For a normal, materially intelligent student, he only knows two things, creation and destruction. Only people who understand scriptures realize that there is something more than creation and destruction, and that is manifest and unmanifest. This is how we have seen what happens at the beginning of the day. We will see Ratri Agame Praliyante. Prabhavanti means it is born. Praliyante means it is destroyed. It is manifest. It is unmanifest. Even though we use these words loosely, creation and destruction appears, disappears. The two technical words that Krishna uses, Prabhavanti means it manifests. Praliyante means it unmanifest. They are destroyed. Because once it is unmanifest, you don't have anything visible to us. This entire thing is in a state of suspended animation. Tatraiva avyakta. Samjnake. Back into that same unmanifest state. When day, the universe is bubbling with activities. When it is night, it goes completely silent. What is the learning for our day-to-day lives? How do we imprint, embed. It should be running in our blood that please understand whatever we do in this material world, it is temporary. So this is the slide which tells you, please understand this material world is cyclical and temporary. You may be the world's first trillionaire. It doesn't matter. You still have to leave this world and still have to come back again. And we have seen how at the beginning of Brahma's day, the world, universe manifests itself. And so huge is the day of Brahma, and so huge is the day of night. What is that we should be doing as Jivatmas? Is that Krishna is leaving us adrift and saying that, oh, well, you find a solution? No, Krishna very clearly says, follow the spiritual path. Remember, all our effort should be to try and achieve the eternal rather than the temporary. And that is Paramam Dhama. That is eternal. Only place which is eternal is Goloka Dhama. We go to the next verse. The last verse, when we are understanding this entire creation is temporary. I start with the sand castle story. All of us recognize this beautifully. However creative you are, however talented you are, and however beautifully you make your sandcastle, it looks so attractive. What happens at the end of the day when the tide changes, the waves wash away the sandcastle? That is the story of our material world. We should remember this example and say that should I spend time behind material pursuits or should I spend time behind eternal pursuits? Material pursuits may sound easy, look attractive, but they are temporary. Spiritual pursuits may look well, this conventional. If you go and tell someone that I watched the World Cup match, you will have 10 people talking to you. If you go and tell them that on Saturday evening between 7 and 8, I was listening to Gita, there will be nobody in the class or in your social circle of friends who is going to say, well, which is the verse that you learned? Because they just don't relate. So, understanding this, we go into the verse. Very lovely verse. It says, Bhuta Gramasa Evayam Bhutva Bhutva Praliyate. Remember this word Praliyate. Praliyate means unmanifest destruction. Ratri Agame Vasaha Partha. Vasaha Partha means you are helpless. Do you have a choice? You have no choice. Prabhavati Ahar Agame. That is, when it is day, you are back again. Translation. Again and again, when Brahma's day arrives, all living entities come into being. We have seen this already. Krishna is reinforcing this. And with the arrival of Brahma's night, they are helplessly annihilated. Now, this verse is also going to answer an unknown question I'm sure all of us will have. When you are unmanifest, what happens? Krishna is very clearly saying, when you are unmanifest, you will be, whatever is the humanity today will be manifest, it will be unmanifest. Whatever is your karma, whatever is your pious deeds, whatever is your impious deeds, all those will be stored. It is just like opening the laptop, opening the PowerPoint. It can go back to the same slide where you had shut it down. So when this manifest and unmanifest is happening, Krishna very clearly says, all of you, we are monitoring you closely. We have your records. So when you manifest again, you start from the point where you let off. That is the essence of this verse. So creation, destruction again and again. That is the cyclical process of the material universe. So one thing is dissolution is inevitable. Let's understand this. What is created has to be destroyed. What is born has to die. Bhuta Gramasa Evayam, cumulative of all material existence. When he's not saying only human beings, he's saying Bhutagrama, the entire universe, all the aggregate of living entities, all the moving entities, all the non-moving entities, all will become avyakta. That is the essence of this verse. Bhutva Bhutva Praliyate comes into being again and again and is annihilated again and again. In 2.20, Krishna had described the Atma as Nayam Bhutva Bhavita Vana Bhuyaha. So this is the second time he's using Bhutva Bhutva Praliyate. So, and as I mentioned, all of us think that, well, if the world is going to be unmanifested or destroyed in a way that it is not seen, it is not visible, then maybe all our deeds, all our karmic activities will get wiped clean. No. You will begin from where you have ended. That is what you should be understanding. Ratriagame vasaha partha. Now, this word vasaha is very important. Vasaha means helpless. So when the night of Brahma arrives, O Partha, they are helplessly dissolved. Why are we helpless? It's like when you see the morning sun rise and when you see the evening sun set. Can you change either the rising time or the ending time? No. Similarly, when our time comes, this world will have to become unmanifest. So you are avasaha partha. Partha, you cannot change this situation. This is how I, as a supreme Lord, has determined the cycle of creation and destruction to go on again and again. Prabhavati ahad agame. Again, when the day of Brahma begins, they are brought forth back from the point you left. From this, so we have finished the first two lines of 8.16. We are starting the last two lines of Mam Upete Arjuna Punarjanmana Vidyate. So the last three verses in the 8.20, Krishna describes the superior nature. When this world is becoming manifest and unmanifest, beyond that, there is something which is always manifest. He describes that. And he describes that in the word Parastasma tu bhavu anyo sanatana. It is eternal. Then he also describes the properties of the above. He says it is avyakta and it is akshara, infallible, and you cannot annihilate my Golokadham. So it is eternal. The last verse we end today is the ultimate promise. Yam prapyana nivartante bhaktyalapyas tva ananyaya. It is the supreme destination. We must struggle to reach that because then we will never come back again and we will never have this problem of birth, middle age, disease, old age, death. You're coming out of this once for all. Now, before I get into the verses, I want to share this brief clipping which shows you how vast is this material universe and beyond this vastness lies the Sanatana eternal Karma. So enjoy this video. So material universe cyclic, it is fascinating, but it is temporary. That is what we are going to learn in the coming verses. Now, the question I leave behind is, do you feel big or small after seeing this vast universe? We are a speck of dirt in this material universe. And with the power that with this limited existence or control over our existence, Krishna is giving us a path which is fairly reasonably achievable for any one of us at any point in time when we decide, we make the choice that I will do it. I will create that faith in myself that even in the forest of Ahobila, Lord Narasimha will save me. The day you have that faith, it will never ever be disappointed. So leave the temporary behind and chase the eternal. Whatever it takes, however much you have to make an effort, it doesn't matter. Now, another thought I want to leave behind is I want you to again type quickly in the chat. Imagine the movie. You go into a movie hall and you see that it keeps restarting from beginning again and again. Would you like to see this? What would you like to do? You want to get out of that movie or you want to continue making an attempt to see that, oh, when it will, maybe this time it will start. Type on the chat. Yes or no? Very good. I see faster responses. Yes. Leave. Exit. Leave. Fantastic. So all of us have very clear understanding that we will not waste our time waiting for the movie to start again and again. I will rather quit. Similarly, in our lives, wherever we are, whatever be our conditions, however, grave would be our difficulty, do not think for a moment, I will continue. To say whatever is happening for the good and move on. Say that every ritual of mine will become spiritual. Every breath of mine, we will only pursue the Lord. If you take that sankalpa, then the Lord will be with you. He doesn't talk loudly, he talks silently. You need to have very, very clear, keen observation sense to understand you don't see him, but he's still with you. There was nobody in Ahobila forest when I was getting down those 800 steps and climbing that. I will tell you, my body was close to breaking point, but still, he made me climb. How? That cannot be explained. Why? Because of faith. I said, there's no one who can help except you. The moment you reach that understanding, you have reached the level of equilibrium. Beyond that, the Lord will always hold your hands. Let's go to the 20th verse. Very, very nice verse. Parastasma tubhav anyo vyaktu vyaktyat sanatanaha यः स सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु न विनश्यति. So what is the translation? Says, beyond this material world exists eternal spiritual world. He is giving us two powerful words, avyakta, unmanifest, and eternal, sanatana. We must pursue one which is undestroyable, but one which is eternal. Why are we spending so much of time in emphasizing this? Because after, uh, no, we know that there is something in Gita which is helpful to us. By opening Gita, we will discover that. But still, the power of Maya is so much that all of us may have a Gita copy at home. It is kept safely on the Lord's table, and we don't even open it. That is Maya. Because if you open it, you will know the true things that we should do as Jivatma. That is Maya. That which is not there, that which we should not do, that is what we will do. Translation. Yet there is another unmanifest nature. This nature, remember, is unmanifest, which is eternal and transcendental. It is not affected by anything of material temporariness. To this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme and is never annihilated. There is no one who can destroy Goloka. When all this world is annihilated, that part remains as it is. This is the message of Krishna. On the battlefield, he's telling Arjuna, all your relatives, all your connections, all your emotions are misplaced, oh Arjuna. I am giving you the complete cosmic timeline understanding. Realize everything that is here is an illusion. It comes and it goes. There is no trace left behind when this body disappears. Paras means superior. Tasmat, therefore, tu bhav anyo, beyond the material nature, there is another reality. We should take this down seriously, note it down. It is not that Krishna is trying to tell this to Arjuna just to make him fight the battle. No, he's telling this to the entire humankind, saying that you must focus on, you must be aware of this eternal truth. Come back to me. That's the only task that you have. Vyakto avyaktat sanatana. It exists beyond both the manifest and unmanifest material nature. The day of Brahma and the night of Brahma do not affect Goloka. Yasa sarveshu bhuteshu. When all the living beings in this world are destroyed, which has to happen, nasyatsu na vinashyati. The spiritual world is never destroyed. Now, I gave you the example when I started the class. We have this beautiful material body. It is capable, no doubt. It is powerful, no doubt. We can achieve so many things, but still the body is alive only until the spirit soul is within this body. Can you see the spirit soul? No, you cannot see the spirit soul. Can you measure the spirit soul's presence? No. Can you photograph it? No. It is there, avyakta. You cannot see it. Whatever you do, you cannot see it. But it is infallible. The soul never dies. And once the soul leaves, this beautiful body collapses just like a pack of cards. So that is the essence what Krishna says. Nasyatsuna vinishyati, the spiritual world, the spirit soul, which is within us. It's not that you have to imagine, oh, how does the spiritual world look? It is within you. What the soul is doing is what we will be doing if you reach Goloka. Let's go to the next verse. अव्यक्तो अक्षर इति उक्तः तम आहु परमां गतिं यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम paramam mama. He is now describing what is Goloka. There is a beautiful description by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. You must read that. It is the highest destination and it has certain characteristics which you cannot imagine. The translation is that which the Vedantists describe as unmanifest and infallible, that which is known as a supreme destination, that place from which, having attained, one never returns. That is my supreme goal. So he's very, very clearly giving us that it is unmanifest and infallible. Avyakto akshara iti uktaha. It is said to be unmanifest and infallible. The moment the way we should understand is the material creation at the end of the day of Brahma becomes unmanifest. But the spiritual world is beyond Brahmaloka, beyond this material universe. And that is always existing, is infallible. Tam ahu paramam gatim. It is the supreme destination. Where is this located? Beyond Brahmaloka. Nobody can touch that because the Lord Himself lives there. What is the quality of Goloka? Avyakta Sanatana. Supreme, unmanifest, eternal nature. Just remember the spirit soul. If the soul, which is the size of 1/10,000th tip of your hair, is so powerful, imagine what it will be in Goloka. Paramam Gatim, that is the ultimate destination. So you don't have to buy a ticket to move anywhere in this world. You only need to buy one ticket, and that is one-way ticket. You go back, you reach there, you never come back. Yam prapyana nivartante. Upon attaining this loka, one never returns. What more assurance do you want? What more guidance do you want? Krishna has not kept anything hidden. Everything is open, openly described, and is telling you again and again, come back to my abode. Come back to my Paramam Dhama. Tad Dhama Paramam Mama. That is my supreme abode. I told you, Srila Prabhupada defines what is this Goloka. He says it is Chintamani Dhama, where all desires are fulfilled. You don't have to really, it is full of palaces made of touchstone. The palaces are never destroyed. There are trees which are called desire trees. They can give you any kind of fruits that you want. You don't need to go and stand below a mango tree and say, I want mango. You stand below the tree and say, I want mango, you'll get mango. I want jamun, I will get jamun. You name the fruit, it will give you. There are cows which are known as Surabhi cows, and they will give you any amount of milk you need. There is nothing like I need 5 liters, 10 liters. I'll only give you milk now. No. So this is the essence of this eternal world. Doesn't it look attractive? Doesn't it attract us saying that, yes, let's follow the principles of Gita. so that we all can reach there. And there is no pre-qualification required. The last verse of the day. Mushya parha partha aptyalabhyastva ananyaya yasyantastani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. Now this is another beautiful verse. It tells us Krishna's abode is attainable. Now, what is the point in describing something which we all cannot get? Krishna is saying, no, I want all of you to come back and I will tell you a path which is quite easy to follow. He says, Bhaktya labhyastu ananyaya. Yasyanta sthani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. I am within you. I will guide you. Come to me. Supreme Personality of Godhead, Purushaha, who is greater than all, Saparaha. He is attainable by unalloyed devotion. Although he is present in his abode, he is in Goloka, but he is present within us too. You all agree? He is all pervading and everything is situated within him. Let's go to the explanation. How do we understand this? Everything is in Krishna and Krishna is in everything. That is how we should understand this. Purushaha. There is only one Purusha in this creation, and that is the Supreme Lord. We all call ourselves men and women. It is a fallacy. There is only one Purusha, and that is the Supreme Lord. And he is so supreme and he is so powerful. He is Saparaha, unsurpassable, O Partha. There is none equal to him. Nobody can even go near him. Bhaktilabhyastvananya, ananyaya. He says, I can be achieved by anyone through exclusive devotion. It is not an IIT exam. It is not a NEET exam. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to have a qualifying passing marks. Nothing. Zero level, as is, whichever place you are, wherever you are, whatever is your status in society, you can become a devotee of Krishna from now, the very moment as we are talking. That is the essence, and that is the encouragement of Krishna, which is giving to all of us in this universe through Gita. Yasyanta sthani bhutani. He lives within all of us. This is very difficult to understand, isn't it? He is just saying that I am always present in Goloka, but he is also saying I am present within you. How is it possible? Because the creation happens to Mahavishnu, but he is present within us as Shirodakshaya Vishnu. So both, which look contradictory, can happen because that is how the Lord is. He can be the greatest of the greatest and he can be the smallest of the smallest, all happening at the same time. Yena sarvam idam tatam, and by whom this entire universe is pervaded. He is present in you, he is present in a dog, he is present in a cat. He doesn't differentiate. All of us are Jivatma for the law. And all of us, of course, as an animal, you don't have the intelligence to pursue devotion. But as a human being, we have the intelligence to pursue devotion. What is devotion? Surrender. Remove this word I, remove this word me, bring in we. That is devotion. Anything that happens, however disappointing it is the Lord's will. The day we accept it, we are on the path of going back to Godhead. Ishopanishad Mantra 5 also conveys a similar truth. It says, Tad ejati tan naijati, tad dure tadva antike, tad antarasya sarvasya, tad yu sarvasyasya bahayataha. Looks complex, complicated, but what it says is he is within everything. Tad antar asya sarvasya. He is the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu amongst all of us, and yet simultaneously outside everything. Tad yu sarvasyasya bahayataha. That is the feature of the Lord. That is why he is Purushaha, he is Sarparaha, unsurpassable. Nobody can come close to him. That is, he is inconceivable. With that, we finish our session for today and I open quiz time. So I need two helps. can I ask Ramesh to tell me who are all raising the hands first? Because when I'm reading the questions, I may miss who has raised.
Prabhu, I'm already
I see.
there.
Fantastic. Welcome, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
So
thank
then,
you. I
thank you,
joined the
Ramesha.
last two verses. I missed the
Okay.
previous ones. I last joined the last two verses.
Okay. Welcome, Prabhuji. So with
Hare
that,
Krishna.
let's open Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Open the quiz time. The most eagerly look forward to session. The first question. I hope all of you are ready. Be attentive. Read carefully. According to Gita 8.15, those who attain Krishna do not return to which place? Looks an easy question. Brahmaloka, the highest planet. I see Ramesha has raised his hands. The temporary world full of miseries. Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. All of the above. My God, this is one of those questions where maximum participation. Now,
Yeah,
Prabhuji, I
so I
depend on
think
you.
seven of them have raised, eight of them have raised the hand, but out of which
My God.
Ramesh had raised first.
Okay. So, Ramesh, the floor is all yours. What's the right answer?
Um, I think it is uh, Krishna do not return to which place? B for Bangalore, the temporary world full of misery. They do not return to this place.
Sure.
Yes, yes, I think.
Lock किया जाए?
Very good. Yeah, please.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, sorry. There's none of the above two. You want to reconsider?
And then I go ahead with B.
Okay. Let's see what's the right answer. The correct answer is, so you have a nice sound also to announce the answer. The answer is B. Well done. Let's see if this still works. So that's the correct answer. Well done, Ramesha. So you begin with a bang. Let's go to the second question. Why Krishna says great souls who attain him never return to rebirth in the material world? The options are because material world is dukkhalayam, place of miseries, and ashashvatam, temporary. Because they have achieved the highest perfection, paramam siddhim. Because all worlds from the realm of Brahma downward are subject to return, but attaining him breaks the cycle. The last is all of the above. Who would like to
So
go first? Of course.
I think Gyaneshwari and Janvi together, they had raised first,
Okay,
and then they lowered and again they raised. So I think we
I
will go
see.
by their assuming that they are the first, you know. And then of course Abhijit was second in raising the
I
hand.
see. So
So
Gnaneshwari
Gyaneshwari,
Mataji,
Uh, yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Dhanvat Pranam. Me and
Hare
sister
Krishna.
joined my phone, Prabhuji.
okay.
Okay.
What's the answer then?
What's the answer?
Yes, Prabhuji. I'm telling. Because all was from D, Prabhuji.
B for Bangalore or
D for
D?
Damodar, Prabhu.
D for Damodar. You're sure?
Yes.
Let's see what's the correct answer. D. Well
Oh,
done. So 2 out of 2.
wonderful.
Fantastic.
Very
Let's see if
nice.
this fellow celebrates. Well done.
Yeah.
Let's go to question number 3. Those who
So
truly
Manisha's
know.
hand is up. Manisha, you can put the hand down. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. The question is, those who know truly the nature of time understand that a single day of Brahma, that is a kalpa, lasts for how long? Be careful. Let's go through the options. 1000 cycles of the 4 yugas, Sahasra Yuga Paryantam. 1000 Mahayugas, 1000 Chaturyuga, all of the above.
I
Is it
think
Saptadeep or
Saptadeep,
Abhijit Prabhuji?
Saptadeep. He had raised first.
Saptadeep. Okay. Saptadeep, over to you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
You-
It is option A, 1000 cycles of the four yugas.
Option A, 1000 cycles of 4 yugas.
Yes, Prabhuji.
लॉक किया जाए?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You're sure?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Let's see what's the right answer. Oh, sorry, you had none of the above also. You want to take a chance?
Hmm.
If you're sure,
Yes, Prabhuji.
so I go ahead with A as your option.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Perfect. Let's see. I saw Abhijit laughing. The correct answer is D, all of the above. So the first time you missed it, Saptadev. So it is the wrong answer.
Okay.
It is fine. But well done. You have participated. This was, it sounds easy, but then you have to be very clear and very careful in reading. All of them are the same. Anyway,
Yeah,
let's
actually,
go
I
to,
was talking. Yeah,
no
option
worries,
C,
no
I haven't
worries, no
really known.
worries.
So, yeah. Hare
Let's go
Krishna.
to question number 4. What is that supreme, unmanifested destination called, which is described as ultimate goal, Paramam Gatim, and Krishna's supreme abode, Dhama Paramam? Options are Akshara, the infallible, imperishable; Avyakta, the unmanifested; Mahatattva, total material energy. All of the above, none of the above.
So Saptadeep raised again first. He has a
Okay.
chance to redeem if you want.
Who was number 2?
Number 2 was Srinidhi.
Then shall we give it to Srinidhi?
It's your choice, your call, Prabhu. Because Saptadeep raised first, and it's your call.
Okay. Let me ask Srinidhi, because somehow the first thought that came to my mind is I should give it to Srinidhi, because Saptadeep has tried. He's going to take a rest, deep breath, and come back for the next question fully charged. Srinidhi, over to you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Option A, Akshara.
Sure.
Yes, Prabhuji.
लॉक किया जाए?
Yes, Prabhuji.
The correct answer is A and B. I told you it is Akshara and Avyakta. So why did you choose only Akshara? So anyway, so 2
But
right
Prabhuji,
answers and 2 wrong answers.
She has
Fine.
something to say, I think. What
Yes,
is that?
Srinidhi.
no, Prabhuji, even now the spiritual world is manifested, no, Prabhuji.
Sorry, say that again. Your voice is breaking.
No, I was asking, like, even at the present moment, when this material world is manifested, all the time the spiritual world is also manifested only, no, Prabhuji.
Correct. So what is the question?
No,
So
the B option is Avyakta, the unmanifested.
See, the verse very clearly tells you it is Avyakta Akshara. And then it ends with saying Sanatanaha.
Okay.
So the answer is A and B. But
Okay.
since you have mentioned Akshara, you will get 50% of the marks.
No,
Am I right,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji? Or it is
No,
full
no, no.
wrong?
We changed that pattern, no? I mean, from chapter 6 onwards,
Okay.
we made it like either it is correct or there's nothing like
It is
in
no
between.
Okay, fine. So it's a wrong answer, Srinidhi.
Since there is an option, like suppose if the correct answer given is A and B in your answer,
Right.
and if somebody gives A and B, that is a correct answer. That's how we
Okay.
treated it.
Fair. Hard luck. Two good, two down. Fight for the fifth one, Saptadeep and Srinidhi, both of you. And today I am prepared for the bonus quiz also, Prabhuji. But then, and we may not require a bonus question. Verse 8.2 mentions a manifestation that is superior to the unmanifested material nature, avyakta. What are the defining characteristics of this higher state? Option 1. It is another unmanifest nature. Paras tasmattu bhavo anyo avyakto avyakta. It is eternal, sanatanaha, and does not perish when all material existence is destroyed. It is a temporary spiritual planet that dissolves at the end of Brahma's life, both A and B. I saw Abhijit and Saptadev, but I don't
Abhijit,
know who is the first,
Abhijit raised first.
raised first. So now I see Sumati also, but then again, it's a tough call. Should we give it to Saptadeep or we give it to Abhijit? What is your view?
Prabhu, it's your call.
I had disappointed Saptadeep by giving it to Srinidhi. Now I'll disappoint Abhijit
And
by
you gave
giving
him
it.
a hope. You gave him a hope that next will be yours.
Correct.
Hare,
So,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you can give it to Abhijit. He has raised first, so yeah, no
okay,
problem.
okay.
No,
Saptadeep is
Prabhu,
more mature, so let me
you
give
can
it to
you
Abhijit.
can
He is
also
an
give it
youngster.
to Saptadeep Prabhu. I can participate in the bonus quiz.
Oh, well. No, both of them are equally mature. So, no, I will go with what Prabhuji suggested. Saptadeep has raised his hand first. I made an exception once, but I'll not make it twice. So, Abhijit, better luck next time. Saptadeep, over to you.
Can I suggest something, Prabhu?
Huh,
You have a bonus question also, right?
I have.
So what you can do is, I mean, this is my suggestion. It's up to you.
Huh,
You can give this to Abhijit,
right.
and the bonus question,
Huh,
we can give preference to either Sapsadeep or Srinidhi,
okay,
because both of them tried and they, could not get in the previous attempt.
right.
So if they happen to raise quickly in the bonus question, they give them the first preference. Something like
Perfect,
that you can think.
perfect. Thank you, Prabhuji. You have solved the problem. So, Abhijit, what is the answer?
This is a tricky one, Prabhu, but the answer should be option D.
Say that loudly. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me, Prabhu?
Can you hear Prabhuji?
Yeah, I can hear. He's saying
What is
option
it?
D.
Option D. D for Delhi. Let me see. Oh, the correct answer is D.
Oh, D.
Perfect. Well done. So, Abhijit, you win. So, 3 winners and 2 did not make it correctly. Okay, now we go to the 6th and the bonus question where Saptadeep and Srinidhi both have a preference because they have raised ones. Let's look at the bonus quiz question. According to Gita 8.21, the supreme destination is best described as the unmanifest and infallible, Krishna's supreme abode, the destination from which one never returns. I see so many hands going up, all of the above.
Okay, now see, you have Saptadeep also, you have Srinidhi also in this. People have raised hand, apart from
Who
few
raised
more
first?
people. Between Saptadeep and Srinidhi, Saptadeep raised first.
Okay,
Otherwise,
then
in general, Bhuvanidhi raised first overall. But between the two
perfect.
people for whom this whole bonus quiz was being staged,
Right.
since they have raised hand also, so Saptadeep has raised first.
Okay, Saptadev, you have, so I have given you that promised opportunity to make up for what you lost in round 2. Over to you.
I can answer Prabhuji, but also you can make choice to give it to Bhunidhi because she has raised first. So I don't have any problem with the minus 50 or anything. So
No. Now, since we have, see, if you don't, let's say, no, let's not make an exception. Let's go with it. You have the choice. You can
okay,
refuse to answer. That's a different issue.
no means if I refuse to answer, then you give it to Bhunidhi Mataji. You are saying
But
like
that
that.
doesn't look good, you know.
Okay, Prabhuji,
Then
I
we'll give
don't
it to
know.
Srinidhi. If you refuse, then it goes to Srinidhi.
Okay, you tell me what to do. Means I don't know. As you
No,
wish, means I
the chance has been given to you to answer. So you answer, But if you don't want to answer, then you lower your hand, then automatically Srinidhi gets a chance. Whatever, you have to take a call immediately now.
Okay. I'm just answering this. Hare
Okay.
Krishna, leave it open question. It is option D, all of the above.
Option D, all of the above. You're sure?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Let's see what's the right answer. Yes, option D. Well done. So Saptadev fights back to win, to make up for what he lost. Well done, all the participants and the winners. Congratulations. With that, we have completed the quiz question. The reflection question I will anyway share on the WhatsApp group. The question is, after today's discussion, what is one change you would like to make so your life moves closer to the eternal rather than remaining absorbed in the temporary? You can share your responses. Thank you very much. And we have never been able to take a Q&A. If we can extend this session by another 2 minutes, I can take one Q&A.
Yes, that'll be nice.
Anyone has any questions? It could be on anything. It could be on the blog. It could be on the quiz. It could be on the verses. The floor is all yours.
Okay, I think nobody has raised hand so far. So yeah, Srinidhi has raised.
Yes, Srinidhi. Over to you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam. Prabhuji, regarding the question I asked before only, that even though Krishna has mentioned that spiritual world is unmanifested, I mean, why Krishna is saying that even now, along with material world, spiritual world is also manifested. But why Krishna is saying that it is unmanifested? Like we are not like material conditioned souls can't see spiritual world. Therefore, Krishna is saying like that or what? Like that.
Good question. And see, we have to reflect deeply. When you say unmanifest, what is your understanding? That it doesn't exist. Is it true?
Yes, Prabhuji.
See, I gave you that example of body and the soul. Now, the body, the soul is within us. Correct? Is it unmanifest or it is manifest?
I mean, we can't see the soul, so it is unmanifest to our eyes.
So, unmanifest to our eyes, but manifest to the body.
Yes.
Isn't it? That's what is consciousness. So, similarly, if you apply the material world principles to the Sanatan Paramdhama, that doesn't work. He says, this is how I am. I'm unmanifest, but I'm manifest. I'm the greatest, but I'm the smallest. Or both of them happening at the same time. Everything in this world is within me, but I am within you. Can you understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So it takes a little bit of always relate back to the example saying that, well, whether the soul is unmanifest in me or it is manifest in me. It's unmanifest to the eyes, but it is manifest to the body. That's why we are all alive. Now, this is the speciality of Golok Dhamma. That's why he says, Avyakto. Got it?
Yes,
Aksharaha.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. So with that,
Thank
I don't want to extend the session beyond because it's your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much. It was
I
a
think
wonderful participation.
Ramesh had raised a hand for a question, I believe. If he wants to maybe ask, we can
Really?
ask him.
Ramesh? I didn't see that.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna, technical
Hare Krishna.
question, mathematical question, since we discuss mathematics here. Usually we do 7 shlokas every time. This time
Right.
we did only 6. I don't know why.
Prabhu, I'm the culprit for that. अब जख्म पे आप नमक छेड़ रहे हैं.
No,
So I don't want
last
to
time
answer
it
that
was
question. He will answer
9
the question.
actually. 9. This time it is only 6.
Because the
I'm
chapter,
confused.
for the chapter to end, there were 12 verses after my last session. So we decided that we'll do 6. That is, he is doing 6
So
this
we are
week and
only,
we'll
the
continue
chapter
6
is
next
ending
week.
today. We did not come across that
Next week.
statement.
Next week.
Okay.
Next week the chapter will end with 6
How
more
many
verses.
shlokas will be left, Prabhuji?
6.
Okay. This I did not know. So since we are discussing mathematics, I thought I will introduce my mathematics here, just to say I'm present.
Very
Very good.
nice.
Very good.
Very attentive.
So with that, It's been an excellent interactive session. Thank you very much. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैर्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. All of you have a wonderful weekend. Look forward to seeing you back in with full force and vigor in the next Saturday class. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
I
Krishna,
will.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji,
Krishna.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Pranam.